good morning, or whatever is a good part of the day. Thank you, first of all, for taking the time and spending this day or part of the day with us. Today we have a special session as part of our 500K Step Challenge. Today is 21st August, and it is the World Senior Citizens Day. This day was promulgated by President Ronald Reagan in 91, and he felt that senior citizens must have a day so that one day you focus on the issues with senior citizens, and we should see what problems they face, and see the world from their perspective. So that really is the purpose of the World Day. It's called the World Senior Citizen Day of the Third Age, so signifying that youth is one age, middle is one age, and senior is another age. So on this note, we have two eminent panelists with us. One is Prachi Master and the other one is Manda Soman. Both are senior citizens in chronological age. Okay, and I'll draw some differences there as we go by. And both are very accomplished people in their own respect, especially in the respect of health and fitness, which is what the 500K Step Challenge is about, and which is and that is the aspect we'll be focusing on today as part of the World Senior Citizens Day. So welcome to the show, Prachi. Welcome to the show, Munda. And no problem. Thank you for taking time out from your busy schedule and spending this day with us. Before we go into the health and fitness and dig into the meat of the matter, so to speak, I remember, like, I am 65 now, okay, and that's a male privilege. I can state my age. So anyway, so when I was, like, say 40, and my father was 65, and I used to feel, oh my God, this man is so old. I used to feel like that, when my mom was 50 and I was like maybe 30, I used to feel, oh my God, my mom is so old, she's already 50, kind of thing. But now that I'm 65, I don't feel as old as 65. Our own mental perception of our own age is never as what is the perception of the others. And I personally believe that this comes from a sense of self-efficacy, which is the ability of yourself to be able to think that you can do the things that you need to do from a functional fitness and other aspects of your life, correct? So with this kind of a background, how old do you think you are, Prachi? In your mental, in your own mind, forget the chronological age. That's just the numbers as the days going by. We're not interested in that. We want your perception of your own age.
I think I'm going to be 18 till I die, like Brian Adams. I really never think of my age. Absolutely don't. As they say, age, youth is not a time of life. It is a state of mind. And same way, I don't look at my age, and people keep on saying things like, "My God, how do you do so much at your age?" I said, I don't think. I mean, I don't keep thinking, "Oh my God, I'm 70 now. I should stop. I should slow down." No, everything is going on as normal. Everything is on track, and every day I'm trying to learn something new, trying to do something different. So finally it's all in the mind. It's a state of mind.
Correct, I agree with you. I fully agree. It's a state of mind. It is what you make of yourself. Okay, and I'll give an instance of last night. But before that, Manda, what do you think you yourself think is your age?
I think chronological age is just the number. The actual age depends upon your state of mind, how active and how alert you are. That makes a lot of difference. So I think if Prachi is 18, then I must be 20.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I would like to again mention that according to chronicle age, I'll be completing 84 in the month of November.
Wow.
So, but I don't feel that I am that old. Even my colleagues, my friends, they also say, you are, we don't think that you are of that age, you are lying. So I produced my Aadhaar card or age certificate just to confirm that this is my age.
And she doesn't look it either. She doesn't look over 80. I was shocked when Shilpa told me the other day that Manda is over 80. I said, no way.
Correct.
it's,
So, I'll just narrate what happened last night. Last night was the 65th birthday of one of our classmates. And, we all passed SSC in 72. And after 50 years, I made a big effort and got a lot of people together because phone numbers, girls get married, then they get separated, they just go away. So it took a lot of effort. And one of the girls was 65 and, so it was a birthday. And her daughter gave it as a surprise. So lot of classmates, about 7 or 8 of us who went for the birthday, they were all meeting each other for the first time after 50 years. Okay, so we had a 50-year reunion. So obviously it was a day and time and circumstance to feel older because somebody's 65th birthday, correct? But the dress style was retro. Okay, so and that was what it is, and everything was supposed to be retro on that. That was the theme of the party. So I wore my suspenders, I wore my bow tie. I said I'm naturally retro. I mean, you don't have to tell me to be retro. so I wore all that, and we all went and sat on a table. Now the other people there were not as, I mean, the general audience. Okay, if there were 50 people in all of our age group, they were about maybe 30 who felt old, acted old, behaved old. There were about 20 who had the full zest for life. So when the compere said, come and dance to the tune, everybody went and did a jig or whatever. And I, kind of undid my bow tie and tied it again, whatever, this. So, today morning, so I did all this last night. Okay. Slept at about 12, got up today at 5:30 and conducted a heritage tour for about 80 people, starting from 2.5 hours of on the feet walking. And when I left there and I said, no, I got a Zoom call, the people said, oh my God, you're so energetic. Okay. So I think the key to living life fully is to not shut down the activities of life and to live life full of jest. So with this kind of a background, I know, Prachi, that you teach friends. I know Mandar, she still practices. So, Prachi, I want you to share to the audience how you live life fully. Not health and fitness will come to, but how living life and being a useful member of society helps you to not feel old.
Yeah, so as I said, I'm always trying something new. Like while my children were growing up, I didn't really have much time to do all the things which I wanted to do. So after I crossed 50, the children were grown up, they had started working. Then slowly they went abroad and settled. Then I said, now this is my time. I should do all the things which I have not done in my youth. So I joined dance classes at Shamak Davas. I'd never been on stage ever, at least for dance. For the school programs, yes. But it was always my dream to dance on this stage. So I joined Shamak's dance class for senior citizens. Then I had always learned piano as a child. So again, I went back to my piano classes. I went back to guitar. Guitar just learned on and off. I thought I should get better at it. So I've involved myself in a lot of activities. I think that is the key to remaining young. You have to be full of enthusiasm with whatever you do. Just enjoy life to the fullest and keep time for everything. There has to be a balance in life. You can't go on working the whole day and you can't go on partying the whole day. Partying is not a very big part of my list. I just like to learn new things every time. Like even Insta and all, I was not very familiar with Insta, but hardly 3-4 months ago, I said now everyone is on Insta. It's the done thing. So now let me learn how to make reels and do stuff like that. So now I started posting reels of my piano or my guitar or my dance or whatever. So that really keeps me young and active. I never think of my age at all. And I'm always interacting as a Pinkathon ambassador with girls who are all half my age. Most of them are 50s, 40s, and all. But no one ever makes me feel that I am like double their age or whatever. I just do my thing without thinking of age at all. As they say that years may wrinkle your face, but lack of enthusiasm wrinkles your soul. So the key is to be
That's a
enthusiastic.
very good quote. That's a very good quote. Yeah, that's a very good quote. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, continue, Prachi. Continue.
Yeah, so that's the key thing. And consistency, I believe in consistency, whatever I do. Now, as far as walking and all is concerned, ever since I've installed that Impact app, I've been religiously walking day in and day out. Maybe not all at a stretch, like I will not be doing like 5 kilometers at a stretch, but I may do a couple of kilometers in the morning with my doggy when I walk her. Then in the evening, I'll do. So I'll make it a point to see that I at least walk 5 kilometers in a day. So if you see my Impact app, it's about 600 and I don't know 50 days streak without missing a single day. So that's
Fantastic.
when I'm trying to get it, coordinated with the 500-day run. I'm wondering how I can mix that with without stopping my streak. I'm just trying to work out that. Because
Fantastic.
that's it's a part of what I'm doing anyway. It's nothing new. It's not a new challenge for me, because ever since the Impact Act started, that Pinkathon goes to the moon, from that time I have been walking, not running, walking briskly or jogging or whatever, but I have made it a point not to miss a single day. Then may it be rain or bad weather or whatever, the house is there. I can walk up and down in the house also. So that target is there, a minimum of 3 kilometers. Of course, I try to do 5, 6, 7 also, but a minimum of 3 kilometers has to be there. Otherwise, your streak is broken. So that's what
Fantastic.
going.
Fantastic. So, Manda, coming to your other life, and you continue to practice as a doctor, and you got patients waiting while this call is going on. It's a Sunday, most people of advancing ages would be relaxing, watching TV, reading newspaper, but you're in practice and you got patients, and you lead a very active life. So, how much of that leading an active life is important to not feel old?
I didn't get you. Please repeat.
So I know that you're a doctor. You practice as a doctor,
The last
and
sentence.
you got patients waiting on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So how much of leading an active life, in terms of accomplishing and being a useful member of society, is important to not feel old?
Yeah. See, I have been crazy in doing all the physical activities like walking, running, jogging, trekking, all these things. So there are some opposition. There may be some opposition from the relatives that now you are that old, so you should not take up such activities and all. I'm crazy about it. I just start my day with as Prachi said, I do have Impact, I do have Google Fit. So early in the morning when I get up, I first fulfill my quota of steps. And then I will start with my routine work. And after finishing the quota, I'll do some yoga, pranayam, some physical exercises, and then only I'll start with my routine, whatever schedule is there. And I love to keep myself busy. I don't like to idle myself and just lie down and just relax and all those things. Whenever I have free time, I do, start with my other activities like knitting, watching TV for some time, moving around, doing some household work here and there, though I am not expected to do anything to meddle in their routine. I like to do something or the other and keep myself busy. So far, I have, I'm not that heavy runner or heavy this thing, walker or a marathon runner, not like that. But so far, I have completed 3 marathons of 5 kilometers each. And for this trekking, I have done so many of this thing, trekking, this thing, forts are there. So many, I am in Lonavala. So there are lots of forts around. So I have done most of the forts while trekking. Just recently in the month of May or June, I have completed one Tungi, Tikona, then Koraigat, and many of these sort of Rajmachi, all these sports I could do with the help of others, not on my own. I needed some help, but I could do and I could complete the trek. So, and that's my aim, and that's my, I don't know, say craze, just to keep myself busy, to remain fit, alert, and active.
Fantastic, very good, excellent. And what do you do? I mean, you gave us a brief about your exercise background, but how do you keep yourself busy throughout the day? I mean, one is expected. Abhi retire ho gaya, so you do puja part, you watch television, you do read newspapers or books. I mean, professionally, what do you do?
I do puja part, no doubt.
That's right.
But
Okay.
after my morning ritual, I attend my clinic. From 10:30 to 1:30, I'm at the clinic. And after that, I come home. Then whatever routine work is there in the house, like attending my husband, he's also 84 years old. He needs some assistance and all those things. So I try and be with him. I help him in his activities. Plus, I do my knitting and other work. We have some friends groups also. We meet once a day. There are 3 or 4 groups like that, and I think I am the senior most in that group. So, but they don't think that I am the senior one. They think I'm of their age only, and we coordinate and communicate with each other very nicely.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Um, I think that the key to living life fully is to not let go of the other aspects of life. Many people get broken, and I think Prochi, summarized that very well. Many people get broken because society expects senior people to slowly wind up
Yeah.
and
Slow
not
down.
run,
Slow
not
down.
walk, not do this. A lot of times I'm sure that you are also get this. अरे आप senior इतना हो तो भी आप करते हो. But senior इतना हूँ तो क्यों नहीं कर सकता हूँ? Kind of thing. If I'm senior, why should I not do it? I mean, who says this? And I keep telling people, 50 50 is the youth of old age. Okay, 60 is the youth of old age. Okay, kind of thing. And then age is just a number and all that. So this societal expectation that at a certain age you must not do this. ये उम्र में ऐसा थोड़ी करता है, कोई थोड़ी भागता है ये उम्र में, kind of thing, and I'm sure you'll have heard a lot of things.
Yeah.
I have heard, for example, today morning, somebody said, sir, आप इतना उम्र में इतना हमारा हेरिटेज वॉक किया और आप अभी जाके जूम मीटिंग करने वाले हैं, आप इतना बिजी रखते हो अपने आप को, kind of thing. I said, excuse me, I mean, I didn't say this, but I said to myself in my own mind, excuse me, what's that got to do with age, kind of thing. So what has been your movement, Prochi, and what has been your movement, Mandar, where people have talked expectation, societal expectation that at a certain age you're not expected to do this. So is there any particular incident or anything that you can recall? ये उम्र में थोड़ी ऐसा किया जाता है, kind of thing.
My motto is don't give up. That is the main thing. Don't give up. Whatever you can, you should. Whatever amount of exercises and other activities you want to do, keep on doing. Don't listen to others. But whatever is within your capacity, don't exceed that. You judge yourself and then continue with your activities.
Fantastic. Very good. Prachi, what is your ageism?
Actually, in my group, no one ever tells me. Of course, they say it in passing sometimes that, Ma, you're doing so much at your age. But all of them are just full of admiration. They say, wow, you're doing so much now. I hope when we reach your age, we can keep up with you, or we can do all the things which you are doing. So I would rather think of myself as wanting to inspire others, that if I can do it, you all can do it. So that is my take, rather than, sitting and listening to people saying, oh, don't you think you're too old to do it? Like last week only, I had organized a send off for one of our French artists. I'm a French teacher and author. So the whole thing I had arranged, and his gift, and I'd gone running from here to there. I had made one collage, collected photographs, and also somebody sent me a message. Really, I admire you that at this age you're doing so much. I said, what this age? Don't keep reminding me of this age. I don't think of my age when I'm making a collage, when I'm doing something. I'm just doing it. And one thing I must say, I don't own a TV. So I think that helps me a lot not to waste time sitting in front of the idiot box. Since several years, I have thrown out all my TVs. So that gives me a lot of time to do all the things I want to do and not what I have to do. Also, things like Jharu Katka and all, I outsource that. So I said, why should I do that when I have people who can work for me and can do it? Let them also earn something and let me do something which I enjoy. So I have my classes starting right from 10 or something, and they go on sometimes till 7:30 also, depending, with short breaks in between. So I have classes on Zoom. When we started when the pandemic started, I said, oh my God, now I'm going to be sitting at home doing nothing. But within a week, people were calling up and saying, you better do something, start on Zoom. How are we going to continue with our classes? I'd never heard of Zoom, nothing. I just went on online on YouTube and all. I said, what is Zoom? How do I get onto it? How do I work on it? And now I'm so comfortable on Zoom, like it's my second life now. Now people have become too lazy to travel. So all my students, they say, no, miss, we are sitting at home and we are doing online only. So everything has become online. But then physical stuff is also there. We go every morning to the beach, every morning, as long as it's not raining very heavily. So my day starts with pranayam in the morning. We have a yoga group. So I'm a member of several groups. So our yoga group starts at about 6:20. We have chanting, then we have pranayam. After pranayam, there are some yoga exercises, and then they have this Surya Namaskar. But that I must say, I don't do Surya Namaskar because I had dislocated my shoulder. That too while running for a train at Santa Cruz station. So while running behind the train, I tripped, I fell, and my whole shoulder got dislocated. So since that time, I'm not able to put pressure on the right shoulder. It's very weak. So I don't do Surya Namaskar, but I do all the other asanas which I can. And then we meet at the beach, we have a cup of coffee together, we chat. So the day starts in a very nice way, and then you are ready to face the day, and the whole day goes pretty smoothly. And then in the evening, I take some time out. I have a piano class on Saturdays and Sundays. So the whole day is packed. Today also I had to find time in between for this 1 hour of this of the meeting.
Thank
Let
you.
me
Thank
share,
you. Ah,
let
yes,
me
Manda.
share with you something.
Hmm.
Plenty of my relatives and friends, they envy me as
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can do so much of activity.
Correct.
Ah,
They do admire me, but they envy me also. That at this age you are doing so much, we are not in a position to complete. I tell them, try it. Once you try it, once you have that goal to achieve that your expected goal, then you can do it. You can do it. Nothing is impossible.
Exactly.
correct.
As they say,
So,
make your life a masterpiece. There's nothing which you cannot do or accomplish if you put your mind to it.
I agree. So coming to the other aspect, there was recently Rakesh Jhunjhunwala passed away, and I wrote a
Yes,
post
yes.
about it. He had a lot of money, he had a lot of wealth, and there's a old saying, "Health is wealth," and all that. He never paid attention to his health. I know from some people that he used to sit in a particular bar and have at least 4 packs of whiskey, and he was a heavy smoker and all that. There are videos of him dancing on a wheelchair. He was paralyzed from the waist down because of whatever. So I mean, at a certain age and at a certain stage in life, I think your ability I'll just mute. Your ability to maintain your health is probably more significant. What you can take for granted at an younger age because your body can recoup and recover better is even more important as you advance. And living healthily is also living a life of responsibility, because you don't want to be a burden to your children. You don't want to be, running out of medical policies and, ruining your whatever wealth you have got. Medical cost can be very significant sometimes. So how important is it to be fit as you get old, and what are your views on those who do not exercise as they get old because they think that ये उम्र में थोड़ी walk किया जाता है, forget running, even walking. There are so many people who feel that, oh, they don't need to walk and all that. So how important and how much should one lead a life of responsibility in terms of health and fitness as we age? What are your views first?
Along with, let me tell you one thing, along with this health and fitness, diet is also very important.
Yes, of course.
Diet is very important. If
Yes.
you are having proper diet with lots of, nutrients with it, then your health will not deteriorate. Your health will be maintained along with your fitness, and you don't have to face any calamities like this. One has to be active. Physical fitness, diet, and all these things are very important. That's what I think. So physical activities one must try at, and one must start at any age of life, no matter how old you are, and must continue. Continuity is most important. If you leave it in between, then your that health problem may arise, and then you won't have that much profit from whatever activities you are doing. That's what I think.
Yes.
Prachi, how important is health as you age? I mean, living a life of responsibility as you age.
No, no, it's very important. As I said, around 50, I started taking charge of my health. Before that, chalta firta, that type. But then when I was approaching menopause, I said, now I have to take my, health into my hands. I have to see that I remain fit. So first I joined that Talwarkar's gym. In those days, they were very famous. After that, I joined some exercise studio. So from the 50s, and now I'm 70, I'm going to be 71 completes. I'll start 72 next month. So I've been active throughout, and it's very important to remain active. I mean, you can't just sit around and watch TV or do whatever. So good sleep, that's something which I don't really, I'm not following that. I think I should increase my sleep hours. But healthy food, moderate amount of exercise, walking, and a positive attitude, mindset, that I think is very important. Mostly you find people always grumbling and say, I've got this problem, I've got that problem, and all. Like everyone has problems, but we don't want to keep sitting and talking about health problems and health issues or whatever. The daughter-in-law said that, the mother-in-law said this. So we want to, keep a nice, healthy, positive attitude towards life. Take each day as it comes, go with the flow. All these things I believe in. So that keeps you healthy and active throughout. And see that you do some exercise throughout the day. It could be dance, it could be yoga, it could be walking, but some activity you shouldn't, as it is, most of us are leading sedentary lifestyles all the time in front of Zoom throughout the day. So either before your classes start or after. I do both. Before classes also I walk up and down quite a lot in my compound. After class also, in the night after dinner, at least I make it a point to walk 1 full hour before I go to sleep. So then you're so dead, like, okay, now I finished 1 hour. You just sort of crash into bed and you're fast asleep. I don't have that many hours of sleep, to be very frank, but it's very sound sleep. Like the minute I touch my pillow, I'm out like a light. And then I open my eyes at 4:45 in the morning, with or without the alarm. So that's something I'm grateful for, because both my children are abroad. So for me, the biggest fear is that I should not fall sick and be a burden. I can't be a burden because no one is around to be a burden. I'll have to look after my own self. So it's very important for me to keep myself fit.
Not only
Excellent.
for you, for everyone. It is very important for everyone.
No,
Not
but
for
some
only you.
people do have people at home to take care of them. They'll say, okay, somebody will come and bring me a cup of tea, or like I was not well last week. I had a bit of flu. But then I just, literally made up my mind I have to get well as fast as possible. More like mentally telling myself I have to get well fast. I cannot afford to be sick. So it's like you will yourself to get well fast.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants to burden to their children and grandchildren also. So
Correct.
whatever is there, as you said, positivity is very important.
Hmm.
They have some problems, difficulties, but face them, accept them, and walk ahead.
Move on. Exactly.
Good, very good thoughts. Coming to the gist of the matter, which is the 500K step challenge. Let's look at what Gandhiji was. We have this background, we have you both, we have talked about general view of advancing age and all that. Gandhiji was 61 years of age when he started this. So he was a senior citizen. Today, people regularly live to 60, 70, 80. But in that era, about in 1930, living up to 60 was also,
A big thing.
our mortality rates were far lower than what they are now. Correct? So 60 was this.
Achievement.
He was not an athlete. He was not drinking, Gatorade and eating whey protein, and none of this nonsense existed at that time. You just ate what you got. And if you see his books, if you read his books, Key to Health, and the other one is Nutrition Forever, or Key to Health, and I forget the other name. In both his books, very simple things. Eat local, eat fresh is what his mantra for nutrition was. Okay, and he used to eat very little, and we have read about his diet and everything. But at the age of 61, he decided that he needs to walk from Sabarmati to Dandi, 410 kilometers, about 18-20 kilometers a day, and which is about 25,000 steps, 30,000 steps a day, is what he did over the next 22 days. And all of a sudden, he got himself. He was not like an athlete. He had not trained for the walk. He was not like walking regularly, going to a gym, CrossFit, yoga. None of this business was there in the quest for national independence. And he took it upon himself. So for me, when I thought of doing something around walking, because running, people say, oh, you're old, your knees will get spoiled, you're this, you're that. But I said, at least walk here. At least let us do something for walking. So you two can run, but you can at least walk. It should be the name of the campaign.
Yeah. Because most of us are walking. At least I am. I'm not running.
Correct. Okay. So when we conceived this event, we looked at Gandhiji and we said, my God, this man, he was not athletic. He had undergone a surgery. Okay, when he was about 20 years before, he was a victim of the Spanish flu. He was hospitalized for the Spanish flu, and who knows what vaccines and what antibiotics existed at that time. Correct, which was a pandemic, just like we had the coronavirus now. So he's been through all that. He's not been like an extremely fit, robot gym jock kind of guy. Okay, and only khadi, leather chappals, nothing of those thick soles, and none of that, none of the things that we take for granted today. Yeah. No Garmin was to tell you how many steps you covered.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. No million someone to look up to. Okay. So what inspiration did he have? I mean, he just started marveling, So when we looked at it, we felt that was marvelous. Okay. And that was something that all of us should get inspired by. The relevance of that athleticism of Mahatma Gandhi. Forget whatever values and nation building he did. The athleticism of Mahatma Gandhi was also an aspect that we should, somehow celebrate, and that is the purpose of this event. And everybody must walk, So, given this background, I mean, what is your inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi? And the second year you're part of the 500K step challenge, and what a little bit you got from it. What is your inspiration? I mean, why did you think that you should be fit and healthy? I mean, what got you into that? And especially with respect to Mahatma Gandhi and his philosophy of being fit and healthy. I mean, what are your takeaways?
No, so as I told you, I'm already doing this. So it was part of what I'm already doing. As I said, from the day I installed that Impact app, I've you have to do a minimum of 3 kilometers every day.
Okay.
Then only you will keep the streak. Otherwise, your streak goes off. So I had made up my mind that I'll do it for 1 year without a break. So I completed 1 year quite some time back, last October or something. And then I continued. I said, why should I stop now? Now that it's become a part of my routine. Like if I haven't done my 1 hour walk after dinner, I feel like, okay, I haven't earned my rest for the night. Same thing in the morning, first thing. After my yoga and pranayama and all, I feel I have to walk. So it was automatically incorporated in my schedule. I said, anyway, I'm doing this, so let me accept this challenge and make this challenge also one more. The whole of last year during the lockdown and all this Horizon and this and that, they had so many monthly challenges that in a month you promise to do a minimum of 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers. So every month I used to take that challenge without fail. So that, keeps you going. And the challenge is a motivation actually. Because you say that, okay, in this month I must try and finish off this much. So it was just one more step ahead. That's all. I was doing it anyway. So I said, why not do this also? When Shilpa approached me and said, yeah, why not? It's a part of what I'm already doing. And then, of course, we have Gandhiji to inspire us that if he could do that at that age, I don't know how much I'll be able to do, but I I mean, the minimum which they've asked is not like too much that we can easily manage. I think Mandato has done a lot. I haven't yet synchronized my this with the app, the impact, but I plan to do it one of these days. But
Excellent.
go on.
Manda, what is your take on? I mean, you did this event about 3 or 4 times. I know. I remember that you reset the app about at least 2 times, and you did it, I think, 3 times. So within that 165 days, you walked 1 lakh, not 5 lakh, but 15 lakh steps. So what has been your inspiration? What has been your role model? What caused you to become healthy? I mean, what drives you to be healthy?
See, Gandhiji has been an inspiration to us, definitely.
Hmm.
Sorry?
Yeah. We can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah. So that has been inspiration. And I think right from the age when I was attending my school and college, I was very much fond of all these athletics and all sport activities and everything. Now, if I don't do my morning workout for an hour or so, I feel I'm missing something in my life.
Exactly.
I'm so much used to it that if I don't do it in the morning by some or the other reason, suppose I have some emergency to attend, I can't maintain my morning schedule. I prefer to do it in the evening, but I do it daily. That is my routine. Another thing is, suppose we are not in a, this is a good challenge which I have taken last time also, and once you accept the challenge, you fulfill the challenge by doing your best. So we don't count the steps that way, but whenever the last recording is there and when we put the recording on the this thing uh, board, then only we will come to know that how many steps you have completed. So just walking, just completing, accepting the challenge and fulfilling your aim is the main important thing. That's what I think.
No, it becomes a part of your
Now,
routine. It's
it's
not
a
like you're
rainy
brushing your teeth or something, it's like that. It's
it's
just
a
a part
rainy,
of your routine.
at present it's a rainy season in Lonavala. I can't go out in the rains, and I don't want to because I don't want to risk my this thing health
Health.
and all those things. If I slip and then I have to face some fracture or injury or something, so I keep on walking on my terrace or in the house. But I complete my quota of steps. That is definite there.
Very
Yeah.
good. So coming back, um, if somebody in the audience was hesitating to get on to the challenge and hesitating to start walking, and just think of your cousin who never walks, or think of your society member who keeps saying, "Arey Prachi, you're so active, I can't do it," kind of thing. And yesterday I had my classmates. Okay, we said the lift is taking long, let's climb down. And I just came down and I noticed how many were holding the handrails and walking down, and how many were walking down without holding the handrails. Okay, that's a very important part of kinesiology and how the body is moving. Correct. So as a trainer, that kind of tells me something. Okay, so we don't want to go into that, but there are so many around us who don't walk, who are Rakesh Junjunwalas, who don't invest in their own health. What would be your message to those who are hesitating to take up? I'm not saying come and register for the challenge, hesitating to take up the challenge in real life. You can install any app, just go and walk. I mean, I don't care. Okay. But people who are hesitating to go for a regular morning walk, what would be your evangelism to them? Prochi, you first.
So that I do that as an ambassador. We have these weekly trainings every Saturday. So it's part of our mantra to keep on telling them, take charge of your health, take charge of your health, because if you won't do it, who will? Don't be a burden to your family members and all. And it's never too late. It's never too late to start. I started in my 50s. I said some of them are in their 40s, late 30s. I said, now is the time for you all to start. If you don't start now, when are you going to start? So many of them do get inspired because they see us, the best this is by example. No amount of preaching. The motivation has to come from within. I keep telling them. I said that you have to motivate yourself. No amount of us telling you, come on, get off your ass and start moving and all. That's not going to work. So tell yourselves that I am in charge of my own health. I have to start improving my health, because finally, in the long run, I'm only going to be the one who suffers. And we have so many examples all around us, the latest being Rakesh Junjunwala. I mean, he had such a bad lifestyle. And what was the use of all his money to him? Finally, he ended up in a wheelchair and he had a very sad death at such a young, I mean, 62 is no age to die. So all these people, and I personally feel that people should not overdo also. That we have two extremes. There are some girls who get so inspired and they just go all out and do maybe weight training, or maybe in the gym or something. If they are not fit to do, and suddenly overnight if they decide to do it, that's also not good. So there has to be moderation in everything. Start slowly and increase gradually. Don't just turn overnight and say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do a 15-kilometer run. You have to start small. I said start with 100 meters if you want, then increase to 200, 500, 1 kilometers. Sorry. Manda, just take over.
Okay.
Mother, you take over. I mean, her dog is being naughty. Okay, so it wants the attention from the master or mistress. And Mandar, you take over. Tell us, what is your message to people who are hesitating to be fit, whether they draw inspiration from you or from Gandhiji or from Milind Soman or whoever. I mean, what is your advice to your cousin who is 60 years old and doesn't walk?
Okay. See, I always tell all my friends and relatives, it's never too late, as Prachi said. You start physical activities. You enjoy your life. It is your privilege to enjoy your life. But along with that, you maintain your fitness. That is most important. If you are fit, then only you will be able to enjoy your life. If you are not fit, then it will be your loss only. That you won't be able to enjoy all the facilities and all the activities and all. I have found that some or the other, looking at the number of the participants, awareness has increased. Awareness about the health, it has definitely increased. But I keep on advising all my patients also, friends also, and relatives also. Don't think about anything else about your age or other problems and all, but keep yourself fit by doing certain activities, physical activities, maintain your health, your diet, and also your diet and daily routine also. So health is of utmost importance. Maybe Gandhiji may be our idol, or Milind Soman may be our idol, anyone, but maintain your own health by doing your own activities and participate in such challenges which will improve your capability. That's what I think.
I agree with you. Thank you. I definitely agree. And it doesn't matter. I mean, you may download a Google Fit app and put that as a condition. While we are this, I would like somebody like Anil Panchal, who's also in the bracket of age, to come. You can unmute yourself, Anil, and share whatever is your inspiration, your thoughts about being fit. What is your advice to people whom you train and the wider public that will watch this video later on? Anil.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Venkat sir and Shilpa. Very inspiring words from Prochi and Manda. I think I couldn't add any more, because I think perfectly they are like from every point of the details they have talked on. And first of all, apology for joining in a bit late, because I had just finished my 10 kilometers run early morning, and by the time I could reach and fresh up, immediately I saw the meeting is still gone, so I could join it. And coming back to myself, age bracket, as sir has rightly said, I'm also in 65 plus, so I've just completed 66 last month. And as everyone agrees and says, age is just a number. So me too, I have started a bit late in my running. I started, of course, with walk at the age of around 59. I started. Prior to that, we were more busy in our taking care of the families and doing a job and those kind of thing. But I was still walking. But at the age of 59, I had some heart issues, and I underwent an angioplasty, and I had got 3 stents during that time. So that is when I realized that only walking was sometimes is not enough, because okay, in my case, it might be due to hereditary or whatever problems and all that I had to undergo those. But that did not stop me. So I said I have to do something more on this. So started with the walks, joined some running group, and slowly and gradually I started running. And in last 6 7 years, I must say, I have not looked back, and to understand myself, and because of my heart issues, I thought I should understand my anatomy of the body, like when I'm running or when I'm walking, what happens to my body. So I took up a course in marathon training. So I'm a certified marathon trainer also after from ACSM, and that is where I said, okay, this is very interesting. I should not stop. And says in the beginning of my 5 years after I started, I was with my group, and I started with the half marathons, and I did 2 full marathons, and I did not look back. And in last 6 7 years, I think I have done almost 40 plus something half marathons, two marathons plus 2 international marathons. That was when I traveled abroad. Whenever
That's
I
great.
travel out, I always see that there is some marathon, and I try to register that. So that keeps me going. Why I'm saying, because you have to continue. You could not stop. As Prochi and Manda rightly said, that you don't have to stop. Once you start liking, you continue doing that what you want to do it in your life. Like, yeah, and I think someone, you also said that, okay, there is a lot of issues, like people in the family or relatives will advise, "Arey, come on, age ho gaya, abhi kya itna kyun run karte ho, kya ho gaya? You have to stop, take care of your health." They said, take care of your health and reduce. Okay, my counter answer to them is, you start walking and you take care of your health. You start with a walk, then you run if you like to run. Okay, you could not run, don't run, but at least walk. And this is the right event, like 500K challenge, steps challenge. I was there in the first edition itself. I did it twice. I know Manda did it twice. So I gave it up because I was more
Six
concentrating
times.
on my
I've done it 6 times.
three times.
6 times.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. You were too good, very inspiring. So, the point here is, yeah, continue doing what you have doing, and there will be always objection from some other side. Like in my own family, sometimes this morning, while I was talking to somebody, I was on another call. I was telling my friend, I already registered for full marathon because TMM I already registered for full marathon now. So I have to start putting on my mileage slowly, because I still have another 4 months to go. So there was my wife was shouting, "Arey, full marathon, who told you? Do only half only. You are comfortable with half." So this is what happens. But then she knows, but then she knows how I'll do it and how I do take care of my health. And you, that sometimes, I also heard about challenges which keeps you going, like Prochi said. I agree, but at the same time, you also have to take care when you accept challenges. Sometimes it should not become a competitive challenge. Okay, because competitive, what happens then? Sometimes you are forced to go ahead. You are forced to overtake someone. You try to compare with others. Please never. You should not do that. You enjoy your own run. You enjoy
That's
your.
great.
This is your body. Listen to your body. That is the thumb rule of your walk or run or what you do. Secondly, if you are guided with some kind of with some coach or some trainer, please take always help and advice. Over and above that, the one thing, the important point, what I want to add is you are in an age bracket nowadays. I can see even 40 plus are having a lot of health issues. Okay, because of the stress and the Bombay life and all the metro life, heavy stressful life and corporate sector and all that. The medical checkup, that is very important. Time to time, you need to take your medical checkup and ensure that you are fit for what you are doing it. Or if you are doing it, overdoing it, kindly slow down what you're doing. There is no hurry to rush. You can always take a break. Your body also needs some recovery, and you have to take a break. So you listen to your body. And coming back to this event, I think this is the one of the best, very good opportunity for the beginners and for those who are already working, so that a simple app like 500K challenge keeps you going. Because same like Prochi said, okay, minimum I do is like 3.5 kilometers. Like karna hi hai to karna hi hai, kaisa bhi karke. That is what is required. Okay, it's a simple thing. Either you can walk 2 kilometers in the morning because you are more fresh. Evening you have time, walk another 1 kilometers. You can cover up 3.5 kilometers. And if you walk more, it's more better, as long as you enjoy it. You don't force yourself. So that is what I think other things, a lot of things I think Prochi and Manda has already added. So I don't want to repeat all this. But I think it's a very lovely platform to continue this, taking a steps. And I also promote within my own group also. So
Thank you.
yeah, I think that it really helps. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Over to you.
Thank you. Kameshwari, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on senior citizens? I mean, parents,
In-laws.
eating and exercising.
Yeah. Because right now, this is one of my favorite topics. That's why I'm attending this. And I wanted to take a lot from you all because very soon we all will be entering that bracket. And today we are doing so many activities. The one thing that keeps us going is that in future, we don't want to depend on anybody. For me, at least, I wouldn't want to depend on anyone for that sort. Like, I can't even think of a day when I would want someone to get me a glass of water. I'm always on the move and I enjoy doing that. And the reason for this is that maybe early morning, my mornings are packed with some activity or another. I go for a run or a walk or a brisk walk. And even when I drop my daughter to her classes, I get 1.5 hours. I don't drive back home generally because I avoid doing that. Because getting stuck in a traffic and all, I prefer going to a nearby jogging track. I take my shoes along with me, and that 1 hour I at least walk or run. And at the end of the time period, I feel so fresh and happy. I feel like at least when I don't feel guilty while eating, or I feel fresh at the end of the day. I get sleep very naturally, and whatever this quality sleep is very essential for me. Even if it is 6 hours, I feel extremely fresh in the morning. And again, like getting back to the activities, it's really very enriching. I thank God every night because I feel being active and being independent is extremely essential, and that is the reason why I feel today it is 500K challenges or any challenge of that sort, which is very healthy and not more competitive. I prefer these kind of challenges and these kind of activities. I don't be not that I'm not aiming for a podium or not aiming for timing or anything, but I don't take that things that seriously. I don't want to push myself into anything, but I just like being active, and consistency is very extremely essential for me. Consistency is the root of our entire day, I think, entire I mean, even a future. I feel our health is extremely dependent on our consistency.
Thank you. I'll kind of wind down, but I have one last question arising out of what Kameshwari spoke. In the world of athletics, when you start running or walking, Kameshwari highlighted this, there is an entire ecosystem that is built for speed. Okay.
Yes.
So if you go and buy a shoe, you're not buying the shoe to stay injury free, you're buying the shoe to run faster. The message that is given is fast, speed. Okay. The athlete who's shown there as a brand ambassador is a speed. Okay. It's about performance. Okay. That is the axis on which the brand is positioned and sold. If you go to Garmin says you can recover better, you can do faster, my electronics will help you run better, train better, whatever. Correct. If you go for any nutritional product, the products are all about speed. Okay. Very few like collagen will talk about restoration and rejuvenation of your body, but otherwise everything is about giving you energy, giving you burst, giving you speed, etc. So this entire ecosystem, and therefore the trainers, and therefore the training for the trainers, and I'm working on this called training the aging athlete, okay, which I'm going to roll out under ESA. That's going to take some time. But if you take this entire ecosystem and this entire conversation in the marketplace is about how to perform better. Okay, and that comes to the trainer, and the trainer brings that into his training group. Okay, it seeps in, whether you like it or not. And I am of an entirely different philosophy. I am saying that I have to be sustainable. I cannot burn myself out. Okay, so
Exactly.
so in the
Absolutely.
difference between performance and sustainability, Prachi, what are your views? Mandar, what are your views?
No, so I always say that your home, I mean, your body is the only home you're ever going to own. So I
Absolutely.
personally advise all my girls in our group that please listen to your body and do only as much as you're fairly comfortable. I'm not saying stay in your comfort zone. You can step out of it a little, but don't overdo anything. Just do what you are comfortable doing. So when I'm training, I'm not training you anything, but I don't look at speed. I don't look at distance. I just look at consistency. So as long as you're doing, I prefer to do every day 5 kilometers than just get up one day, do 21 kilometers, and then lie back for 1 week. Oh my God, I'm totally dead now. I can't do anything more. So I always advise all my girls at least. So I'm totally not in favor of all this, all competing with one another, going into the gym, burning up calories and all that, having all those this drink and that drink and all that. Nothing. I do nothing of that sort. So I only believe in consistency and doing whatever I have to do sincerely, without a break, without anything. That's my take. And that's what I
Excellent.
advise all my friends also. That don't burn yourself up looking at others. Arey, she's doing so much. Some of our girls, they also overdo, sometimes. Like every day they'll want to do 10 kilometers or 12 kilometers. I said, slow down. Because then afterwards it tells on your body. Initially, you may get, all inspired and say, okay, I'll do
Adrenaline.
it. This one is doing, I'll do it. That one is doing, I'll do it. You listen to your own body and go according to your speed, according to your capacity. That's my take.
Mandar,
Absolutely.
what is your take on
Yeah.
performance versus sustainability?
No, I don't agree with such things. What I
Mm.
think is, whatever activities you are doing, you should be able to enjoy those
Enjoy
activities.
it.
Mm.
That those activities
Exactly.
should not exhaust you. Those should
Mm.
be enjoyable and stick to your own body's
Rhythm.
performance and
Mm.
capacity. That is the
Mm.
very important thing. So, and I do agree that this product, this thing, promotion and all those things should not interfere with your activities.
Mm.
Whatever you feel comfortable, you continue. Whatever way you are doing your daily routine, you stick to that. That's what
Mm.
I think. And I'm enjoying my activity. I'm not competing with anyone else. Whatever is my capacity, whatever is my ability, I'm trying to follow that. That is the main thing.
Very good. I fully agree with both of you that one should be within the zone of comfort, especially as
Comfort,
one
yeah.
is aging. It doesn't mean that you don't slow. It doesn't mean that you don't have ambitions. It doesn't mean that you don't try to do better. My oldest trainee is 81, 82 years of age. I have got about 4 trainees or 5 trainees who are about 70 years of age. So I know the population that I'm training, and hardly, I mean, one or two are 60 plus. So the younger lots is there. So I'm very much involved in training the aging athlete, and you must try to push performance, but performance must never come at the cost of sustainability.
First of
Sustainable.
exactly.
You should be ambitious. You must try to do better, because when you try to do better, you're not falling into sloth. In terms of exercise fitness, also there is slothfulness. You just kind of do only 5K and never do anything more than 5K kind of
Yeah.
thing. So you must not do that, and you must try to do better, lose your weight, improve your body fit percentage. One must always be from good. One must go to great kind of thing, but at the same time, it must never be at the cost of sustainability. Okay, so it was extremely nice having both of you. If
And can
anybody
I
wants
add, sir?
to,
Can I add,
if
sir?
anybody wants to this, please put your hands up and
Yeah.
unmute yourself, and then we'll wind up. Okay, Kamishari,
Yeah.
go ahead.
These kind of challenges, I would just like to add, they give you a purpose. At the end of the day, when you're counting your steps, so that gives you a kind of satisfaction, a purpose to begin your next day with the same zeal and enthusiasm. So this is how I think such healthy challenges have to keep going on and on without looking at the results. Or I mean, people will automatically get into the bracket of this and they start enjoying everything. Like purpose is extremely essential for everyone. Yeah.
I agree with you. It gives a sense, it definitely gives a sense of purpose.
Sense of purpose, yeah.
Anil, any last concluding words before we call it a day?
Yeah. I think well said, everyone. I just want to add, yeah, being a trainer, I I totally agree with sir that there should not be any competitive this thing. I generally train on a heart rate base. Okay, so generally in my team members, I don't give any targets. But yes, there is a scope for improvement, self improvement. You do it slowly, gradually, but you should not like over push and overdo it very in a short period of time, which will lead to some kind of an injury. So just you, and as Manda said, yes, you have to enjoy your run. That is very important.
And do
That's
your
it. Thank you, sir.
and do
Do your
your
best.
best. Yeah.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
Shilpa, do you want
Absolutely.
to add anything? Shilpa, you have been a silent spectator.
Silent spectator.
Yeah. Shilpa, do you want to add anything? Is there anybody else who wants to add anything? Share
Yes,
their
I
own
would like
thoughts.
to add. Yes, I would like to add something.
Yes, Shilpa.
The thing is so I myself also reaching that age, and I mean these people are inspiration that how to live fully life and how to not get scared of doing new things. I mean when I saw Prochi learning guitar at this, I mean anybody would say abhi सीख के क्या फायदा, अभी क्या करने का है, not like that, but just that zest for life, which is most important. So yes, thank you so much, Manda, Anil, and Prochi. I mean,
Thank you for
it was
having
kind
us
of
here.
an eye
It
opener.
was a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving us an opportunity.
Not at all. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the day. So,
Okay.
thank you for coming here, sharing. I hope more people view, and when it is broadcast, more people will, get the
Yeah.
message that it doesn't matter. Age is just a number, but health and fitness is something. And let me tell you that, coming from a background where I keep a track of all these and all this comes, there are huge amount of platforms that are coming up that are focused on the healthy aging individual. Okay, there is Get Set Fit, which is a platform based out of Silicon Valley with India footprint, which is on this. There's another one called Evergreen, which is this, and you all can download, and they're all about keeping healthy aging, keeping them engaged. Yoga classes, dance classes, craft classes, cooking classes. People meeting and going on food trails, and living life with zest and not this. So besides, of course, walking and being regular, which is what we try to promote, there are other platforms that are also doing a lot of good work. And Get Set Fit has partnered with us, particularly because they've got about 2 million or 1 million or something. People have downloaded their app, and from today we are going live on that platform also for that population to come into the 500K step challenge. So yes, so we are doing that, and that is something that's going to happen separately. And we are hoping that more and more senior citizens take this message, get inspired by Gandhiji, who was a senior citizen when he started 61 years of age, and get back to health and fitness. I just want to end this by saying that it doesn't matter what your age is, but the minute you start exercising, your body will respond positively. Okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can build muscle strength, endurance, even if you're older, as long as you don't have injuries and stuff like knee transplant or arthritis or something like that.
True.
As long as you're this, you have good mobility, you can do this, and it is never too late. If you're hearing this, and if you're in the target audience for a senior citizen, get on with it. Download an app. Don't have to enroll in this program, but please, make it a point. Draw inspiration from Mandar, Prachi, Anil, Panchal, and others in this group, and healthy aging to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy Senior Citizens Day to all.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
this
you,
wonderful
everybody.
session.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Guys, I know.